Hi boys and girls, we are going to be working on the lesson 18 problem set, and we're really just doing a couple problems together because you guys do not need to compare fractions that don't have the same denominator. So I know they did that with you in the daily video, but we're just going to take a look at numbers 2 and 3 for today. And then you're going to do two problems on the homework for me. So the directions say, let's read the directions together. Place the two fractions on the number line. So they're giving us two fractions for each problem. Circle the fraction with the distance closest to 0. So the fraction that is closest to 0, we're going to put a circle around. Then compare using greater than, less than, or equal. The first problem is done for you. So the denominator is fourths. So they divided the number line into 4 equal parts. They labeled each of the fractions, although the fractions should be moved over a little bit. It should really be 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. I'm not sure why they got so close together. They circled 1/4 because it's closest to 0. And then they said 1/4 is less than 1/3 because 1/3 is over here. So let's go ahead and do number 2. In order to figure out how many parts you need on the number line, and not lines, but how many spaces, how many parts like this, we look at the denominator because that always tells us how many equal parts we have. So it's sixths, which means we're going to have to draw 5 lines so that we have 6 spaces. So I'm going to do my 5 lines, and I know that I can do it like that. And now I'm going to label the fractions. We start out with 0/6, 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, and 6/6. The directions told me to circle the fraction that's closest to 0. So 2/6 is closest to 0. And the next fraction I want to look at is 3/6. Since 2/6 comes before 3/6 in our counting on the number line, 2/6 would be less than 3/6. Now, I know I said we don't have to do different denominators. We're going to go ahead and do this one. So we're going to first use the 2. So we're going to divide the line into halves. And I have 0/2, 1/2, 2/2. Now I'm going to change color. You could use maybe a colored pencil or something, or make your lines bigger. We're going to divide it into fourths. So to divide it into fourths, there we go. And we have 0/4, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, or 1 whole. So look at 1/2 and 1/4. So here's 1/2, here is 1/4. The directions tell me to circle the number that's closest to 0. So I'm going to circle 1/4 right there. 1/4 comes before 1/2 in our counting. So 1/4 is less than 1/2. So our statement says 1/2 is greater than 1/4. Boys and girls, you're going to go on to do homework problems 1 and 2, and that's your next assignment. Please make sure you submit your problem set to me and then go on to your homework.